Hey, welcome back. We've been talking about taking off the dirty old clothes of the old nature. It was described in Colossians 3, verses 5 through 9, things like lust, evil desires, malicious behavior, anger, rage, slander, etc., lying to each other. We're supposed to take that stuff off. We're supposed to put on, like fresh, clean clothes, this new nature, which includes things like kindness and humility, gentleness, patience, forgiving each other, and love being the outer garment that holds it all together. Now, in the middle of this comparison of the old life and the new life, God, through Paul, is going to talk about a symptom of the old life that sometimes creeps up within churches and within communities of believers. That symptom is division or divisiveness, or I'm a better Christian than you, or hey, we're both Christians, but you look different than me, so I don't want anything to do with you. Now, we live at a time where people are very divided over all sorts of issues. I won't even say what the issues are because you might get offended. Things are so divided, right? Well, guess what? 2,000 years ago, it was no different. Slavery was the global norm, and you had churches where there were people who were slaves who had come to Christ, and you had people of different races that did not mingle together in that society, who were all together in the church. And Paul wanted to make it abundantly clear, God wanted to make it abundantly clear, that all the ways that people divide with each other and hate each other in the world system, those are not to be divisions within the church. In fact, in verse 11, it says this, in this new life, because remember, the only way to take off the old and put on the new is to be a born-again believer of Jesus who is raised to new life, having crucified the old life. In this new life, verse 11, it doesn't matter if you are Jewish or a Gentile as far as your ethnicity goes. It doesn't matter if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, which is another way of saying the same thing. And then it says this. This translation's interesting. I'm going to go from memory of an older translation. It says barbarian, that was a race, Scythian, that was a race, slave, that was a class, or free, that was a class. But Christ is all and is in all. Now, this newer translation says barbaric, uncivilized, slave or free, Christ is all that matters, and he lives in all of us. I think they lost a little bit of the meaning there, but the point is this. All the ways that the world divides and says, I'm against you, I'm against you, I'm against you, in the church, if someone else is a sincere follower of Jesus, they're doing their best to obey his word and to be filled with his spirit. They're being clear about where Scripture's clear on moral truth. They're agreeing with Scripture. But maybe they're from a different group of people than you are from. You're not to be divisive with them. You're not to be against them. You're to just encourage them to be a follower of Jesus. Unity is one of the traits of heaven. Disunity is one of the traits of hell, of Satan, of his work. So let's be people today. Let's be a community of believers where we model, hey, if you're a follower of Jesus with me, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or Gentile. It doesn't matter if you're barbarian race, Scythian, if you're from a different social class. Christ is all that matters, and he lives in all of us who are followers of Jesus. And again, it's about his authority, not our positioning for authority. I'll see you tomorrow.